Welcome everybody to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we are on the road in Pittsburgh again today. Looks like it's going to be a rainy one, which I feel like we never hit well when we have a rainy game. So we'll see how it goes today. Get a nice view of PNC Park here. I've not been to this one in real life, but it always looks so nice on TV. I do plan on making it there soon. It's about I want to say a 6-hour drive from where I live to Pittsburgh. Not that bad. So I'll make it there some point. Well, I think we're going to go to Kansas City this summer to see Kaufman before the Royals move out. We've got Tom Gorzolani today going against us. Pretty sure he pitched in one of the extra inning games against us, so no record for him just as of yet. And here's Kester to lead off the game. Opens up with an inside fastball for ball one. And that puts that one into center field to lead off the game with a hit. Marvin still scuffling along this season and batting right-handed, which I feel like is his weaker side. Don't really know which side Quinton's would be his weaker one. I feel like he hits pretty well on both sides, though I feel like he maybe hits more home runs lefty, for whatever that means. In any case, 2-2 count here to Marvin. That pitch almost hit him to run the count full. Fouls that one off. We'll do this again. Hits that one up the middle, and it'll get through for a hit. Kester got a bad break, but he's able to get into second base. It was an awkward spot. That one wasn't guaranteed to get through, so Kester was kind of stuck there. But no harm done. 2 on, nobody out for Chief. And he's got a 2-0 count. Gorzolani's going to have to throw him a strike. But he doesn't. 3-0 the count now. Borderline pitch, but Gorzolani gets the call. And now we're back to a full count. Chief grounds to third. Blake does get to third ahead of Kester, though not by much. And that'll be the only out the Pirates get. So that'll bring up Terry with runners on first and second and only 1 out. Gets that call over the outside corner. That one too far outside. 1-1. Really working Terry outside. Gets him to ground into a fielder's choice. I thought it might be a double play, but Terry was able to beat it out. And now we have runners on the corners for 2 outs for Frank, who's got a 1-1 count. And swings and misses for strike 2. And swings and misses for strike 3. A lot of traffic on the base paths, but all sound and no fury. No runs to lead off the game, and we'll move into the bottom of the first. Graves is pitching for us today. Only his second start of the season. He's got a .75 ERA coming into this game, and he opens up with a strike. And that fastball too high. Duffy grounds that one to Kester, who does get the ball over for the out. Jack Wilson at the plate now. He's been productive against us so far. He looks at strike 1 here. Swings and misses. 0-2 the count. That pitch too low, and Wilson does not go fishing for it. Fouls that one away. 1-2 the count still. Pops up a curveball, and Tom will put this away for out number 2. Brian Roberts at the plate now. Looks at strike one. Swings and misses for strike two. Gets the call on a high fastball, and that one will end the inning. We've played one, no score as of yet. We'll move into the second inning, and Tom will lead things off for the Squirrels. He looks at strike one on the outside corner. That changeup too high. Grounds that one into the hole. Oh no, Roberts makes a good play. Gets the out. I thought that was through. Instead, out number one on a ground ball. End up looking pretty harmless in the scorebook. Zach at the plate now. He grounds up the middle. This one does get through. Runner on first with one out for Joey. He looks at strike one. Joey started off the year just incredibly white hot. It has tailed off a bit lately. He fouls that pitch off. 0-2 the count still. And he will put that into center field for a hit. That'll bring up Graves, who's not gotten a hit yet this year. Thought maybe he would bunt here, but not showing it here. He swings at the first one. Now showing bunt. Pulls it back for a curveball in the dirt. Gets that one foul. Still showing bunt with 2 strikes here. He pulls it back for a called strike 3. 2 down, Kester up at the plate. He did single his first time up. Will not do so here. Grounds to Roberts at second, who gets it over for the last out. No score so far. We'll go to the bottom of the second, and Xavier Nady will lead things off for the Pirates. Graves gets the call on a changeup on the outside. Comes inside with the fastball, but does not get the call. Gets the call on that slider, however. We got a 1-2 count. Gets Zadie to ground to third on a changeup, and Chief gets it over for the first out. Casey Blake at the plate now. Called strike one on a curve. Looked like it might have been low, but Graves able to get that call. Does not get the call on that fastball, however. Gets another call on a high changeup there. And then goes low again. 2-2 the count. Swing and a miss. That's out number 2. Jose Bautista at the plate now. Gets that call on the outside. Strike one. That one too far outside. That one also outside. 2-1 the count to Bautista. Graves winds and delivers. Strike two on a slider. And gets the call on another low slider. That will end the inning. We've played 2 innings. Squirrels nothing, Pirates nothing. Marvin will lead off the 3rd inning. And he looks at strike one on a high fastball. Puts that one in the air, but Bautista able to put that one away. Out number 1. Chief had a good chance to score last inning, but came up empty. We'll see if he can get something going here. One and one the count. Puts that one into the seats foul. 1-2 the count. Looks at strike 3. 2 down, nobody on for Terry. Fouls that one off. We've got an 0-2 count. Sharply hit, but right to Bautista, who picks it up and steps on the base to end the inning. We'll move into the bottom of the third. The Pirates have the bottom of their order coming up. Ryan Sweeney will lead off for Pittsburgh. Swings and misses on strike one. Watches that changeup go by for ball one. That one's still too low. Gets the call on that fastball. 2-2 the count. Swings and misses on a changeup. Out number one. That'll bring the catcher Aviles up to the plate. Gets the call on that slider for strike one. That pitch too far inside. That one nowhere close. 2-1 the count. Curveball over for a strike. 2-2. Fastball right to Chief. He'll snag that one for out number two. Gorzolani gets his chance at the plate, and he will get a hit. Solid hit. First hit of the game for the Pirates. So Graves will have to go to the stretch for the first time with 2 outs in the third. Throw strike one. Fastball over for strike two. And a fastball on the outside for strike three. And that ends the inning. The Pirates do get a hit, but no runs. Indianapolis 0, Pittsburgh 0. We move into the fourth inning, and Frank will be leading off for the Squirrels. That one's pulled too far left for the foul ball. A little bit of a wild pitch there. 1-1 the count. Takes that curveball, and Nady able to make not an excellent play, but I didn't know for sure if he's going to be able to get there. So one down. Tom, fairly hard hit to Bautista, who scoops it up and steps on for out number two. And can Zach keep the inning alive? He looks at strike one. Should be an easy play for Jack Wilson at short, and it is. That'll end the inning. Seems we've got a pitcher's duel on our hands here. We move into the bottom of the fourth, still scoreless. Jack Wilson leads off for the Pirates. Ground ball. Kester able to get a glove on it and throws it over for the first out. Brian Roberts at the plate now. He looks at strike one. Swings and misses at a little bit of a wild curve for strike two. And behind on a fastball for strike three. 2 down. Xavier Nady at the plate now. That slider moved too far inside. Is able to bait him into a swing and a miss on a changeup. 1-2 the count now to Nady. Swings and misses at another changeup, and that will end the inning. We've played 4. Indianapolis nothing, Pittsburgh nothing. Joey will lead things off in our half of the 5th. He came up with the hit last time up. And does it again here. Line drive up the middle does get out of Wilson's reach. And that'll bring up Graves, looking for his first hit of the game. Joey took off on that one. Not the fleetest of foot, but between that and Graves' hit and run, I think Aviles lost the ball. Got away from him just long enough for Joey to take second. Graves showed bunt, pulled it back, called strike 3. 1 down, runner on second for Kester. That pitch too far inside. He'll put that one into center field for a hit. Joey makes... No, he does not. He stays at third. Probably for the best. Runners on the corner with one out. Marvin got a hit last time up. Looks at strike one. Grounds that one. They throw to home, but not in time. Joey scores the first run of the game, and the Pirates get nobody out. Chief grounds to short, gets the out at second. Not able to turn the double play, however. So runners on the corners with two down for Terry. He grounds, and not in a bad spot. He's actually able to turn that into an infield hit, which also allows Kester to score. Not a hard hit ball, but placed superbly. I'm sure not what Terry had in mind. Frank now with 2 on and 2 outs and an 0-2 count. He grounds to second, and Roberts makes the throw at the end of the inning. But not before the Squirrels can get 2. Indianapolis 2, Pittsburgh nothing. We'll move into the bottom of the 5th. Casey Blake will lead off for Pittsburgh. Gets the call on an outside fastball. Looks at a changeup. 0-2 the count. Does not get the call on that changeup. Too far inside. Instead gets him to ground a curveball back to Graves, who makes the play and throws over to first for the first out. Jose Bautista at the plate now. He looks at ball one. Inside slider on that one. Doesn't get the call on that low changeup. 2-0 the count. Comes back with the low fastball. Does get that call. 2-1. But make it 3-1. Does that one too low. Bautista swinging 3-1 and does get the ground ball through the middle of the infield. Runner on first and 1 out for Ryan Sweeney. Sweeney had a pretty miserable start to the year, but he's bounced back a little better now, hitting in 230s and able to get a hit here. So he seems to be heating up. That'll bring Aviles to the plate with 2 on and 1 out. He looks at strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two. Ground ball to first. Terry will take the out at first. So it works like a bunt. 2 down for the pitcher Gorzolani with 2 runners in scoring position. Looks at strike one. Looks at strike two. Swing and a miss, strike three. I'd say that was unfortunate timing for Pittsburgh, but you have to remember Gorzolani had the first hit of the game for Pittsburgh, so he was dangerous enough, but Graves able to get the strikeout. We've played 5, 2-0 Squirrels, and Tom will lead off the top of the 6th. He looks at strike one on a curve. Very similar pitch, but doesn't get the call. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Tom strikes out. 1 down. Zach at the plate now. Starting to get his season on track a little bit. Looks at strike one. Looks at strike two. And swings and misses for strike three. Joey will come to the plate. Kind of hoping he's able to get a hit just for substitution purposes. He's got a 1-1 count. Swings and misses at a changeup. It probably wasn't in the zone. 1-2 the count. Gets bat on that one, but grounds out to Roberts. Nothing doing in the top of the 6th. We'll move on to the Pirates half of the inning, and Chris Duffy will lead off at the top of the order. Grounds the first pitch foul. Swings and misses on a changeup for an 0-2 count. Looks at strike 3, and that'll do it for Chris Duffy. Wilson at the plate now. Swings and misses at a curve. Puts that one into center field for a hit. So, Wilson starting off the year strong against us anyway. Brian Roberts comes to the plate now with the runner on and 1 out. Looks at a fastball for strike 1. Swings and misses at a curve for strike 2. And looks at a fastball for strike 3. 2 down for Xavier Nady here. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses at strike 2. 0-2 the count. Lines that one into the right side seats for foul ball. Swings and misses, and that'll do it for Graves. Strong innings from him today. 11 strikeouts and 6 scoreless innings. His spot is up here in the 7th, though, so we will turn to a pinch hitter. Not before the Pirates can make their defensive change, which seems odd since they don't have a lead. And we'll see if Phil can finally get that hit. It's got to happen sometime. Gorzolani stays out there for the 7th. And he opens with a strike for Phil. And Phil watches strike 2. And swings and misses for a strikeout. Maybe next game. Kester at the plate here. He looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. And that one should be down for a hit, and it is, into the left field gap. 1 on, 1 out for Marvin. He looks at an outside fastball for ball 1. Swings and misses. 1-1 the count. Kester takes off, and he'll get in there for a stolen base. Pitch was called a ball. That one called a strike. 2-2 the count. Runner on second now. And Marvin lines foul. We'll do it again. Gorzolani looking tired out there. That one, oh, nice play by Casey Blake. Makes a diving catch down the line for an out. Kester has to go back to second. 2 down. Chief up at the plate. He looks at strike 1. Puts that one as a ground ball right to Jack Wilson, and he throws over for the last out of the inning. It's stretch time. Indianapolis 2, Pittsburgh nothing. All right, time for Jones to go make his usual appearance after Graves. Chief was the last out of the inning. How do we want to bounce around the defensive here? Nobody really has a good enough arm between Kester and Phil to play third. But I guess Phil's just a better second baseman in general, so I guess we'll let Kester try to play third, and we'll just see how it goes. So Jones will come into the game here and try to lock things down for an inning. Maybe more if we get hot with the bats in the 8th. Blake fouls off the first pitch from Jones. And Yeah, if I haven't said it already, Jones' game is to go out there and throw hard. He does actually have a decent curve, but his big thing is to just go out there and throw good hard fastballs after looking at Graves throwing such soft tosses out there. Casey Blake pops that one back up to Jones for the first out, and that'll bring up Jeff Bloom for his first at-bat of the game. He pops that up, and Tom will take care of this one. 2 down. Ryan Sweeney, who got a hit last time up, looks at ball 1. Pops that one up, and it will make the seats. Foul ball, 1-1 the count. That curve in the dirt. Swings and misses. 2-2 the count. Swings and misses, strike 3. Jones out of the inning quickly. We've played 7. Squirrels 2. Pirates nothing. Terry will lead things off for the Squirrels here in the 8th. Gorzolani's still out there, though. He's got to be running out of gas. Terry, just foul, just outside of third base. 0-2 count. Swings and misses for strike 3. That's the 8th strikeout for Gorzolani. Frank at the plate now. Swings and misses. That went in the dirt. 1-1 the count. Oh, behind on that curveball, but apparently that's all Gorzolani's arm could handle. So he'll leave the game. We'll see who the Pirates turn to here in an injury situation. Osoria comes into the game. I believe he threw 1 pitch last game, gave up a hit and a run or 2, and was promptly taken out. So he should still be fresh. All right, 1-2 the count after the pitching change. And he drops in a hit to right field. Frank takes a little bit of a turn towards second, thinks better of it. So 1 down, 1 out for Tom. Osoria gets to start off with a clean count here and gets Tom to swing over the top of a low fastball. Grounds that one to short, gets the out at second, and gets the out at first for a double play. That'll end our half of the 8th. Give a chance for Martinez to get into the game here. Let him catch the last couple while Hermida comes in the game. Hermida out here to do his normal setup duty, which he is pretty rock solid for us. Aviles leads off for the Pirates here in the 8th. Looks at that first curve go in the dirt. Fouls off a fastball, 1-1 the count. Gets the call on that fastball, 1-2. And Hermida threw almost all curveballs yesterday. Today, I guess he's feeling the heat. That one softly lined to second, and Phil grabs it for out number 1. Osoria stays in to hit. A little surprising with an 0-2 hole. And he's got a 1-1 count. Another soft liner, and Hermida takes care of that one himself. Cat-like reflexes there for Hermida, and that'll bring up Chris Duffy. Fastball in there for a strike. Almost all fastballs for Hermida today as he fields that grounder and gets the last out. We've played 8. Indianapolis 2, Pittsburgh nothing. And Zach will lead things off in our half of the 9th. So I guess Phil will get one more shot at trying to get that hit finally. Zach, though, opens up with a 2-0 count. Gets a call on a high fastball. Watches a much better fastball go by. 2-2 the count. Swings and misses for strike 3. Joey's had a couple hits today. He looks at strike 1. Joey making another hit. A single right over first baseman's head. And Phil gets another shot. Takes strike 1. Pulls that one right to third. Thrown to second for the first out. Phil able to beat out this next throw for the next out. So he's still searching for hit number 1. Kester's takes strike 1. That one too far inside. 1-1 the count. And Kester puts that into short left for a hit. Marvin comes up to the plate now. That one too far outside. A wild pitch. Runners both move up, so we got runners on second and third, and a 2-0 count for Marvin, who's now batting left-handed. Looks at strike 1. That pitch too high. 3-1 the count. And Marvin puts a bit of a charge into that one, and that will get down for a hit. 2 runs score, so no longer a save situation. And that'll drive Osoria out of the game. They'll go for a draft pick Hudgens here. So I don't know if he got drafted last year or 2 years ago. I don't know, but the gray bar tells me he's a draft pick. Either way, it looks like he got pretty fast track to the majors. Martinez has a chance here. Looks at strike 1. Fouls that one off. We've got an 0-2 count. 99 puts it right up the middle for a base hit. That'll bring Terry to the plate and see if we can tack on some more. I'm also trying to think who I'm going to put in to finish off the game. Normally this would be Zap's spot, but he started yesterday. Looks like another insurance run will come home. Marvin scores on a hit up the middle from Terry. And that brings up Frank. He looks at strike 1. Drives that one to first, but Bloom picks it up and makes the play. So we're got a 5-0 lead for the Squirrels going into the bottom of the 9th. So no save. Don't really want to keep Hermita in there though. So let's see. Johnston will have a couple days. We'll let him come up there and try to mop things up. How do we want to do this? So we can maybe get Kester off at third. I don't really want him in the infield either. Maybe we'll let Quentin come in and normally a left fielder. Yeah, no, let's leave it like it is. Okay, just we'll hope nothing gets hit to third. It's worked out so far the last 2 innings. All right, we're into the bottom of the 9th. Jack Wilson will lead off. He has gotten a single today. Fouls that one off. That fastball too far inside. Slurve in the dirt. 2-1 the count. Throws the big sinker, and that's fouled off for a 2-2 count. Gets the call on a low fastball. 1 down. Brian Roberts at the plate now. That pitch too far outside. Gets that call, that low strike. He's getting the call. A failed sinker there, but gets by Roberts. He fouls off the next pitch. Still 1-2 the count. Looks at a slurve for strike 3. Xavier Nady is going to be pinch hit for. Widger will come into the game. Nady not a bad hitter, but Widger did hit, like I said, a big, important home run off of us our first series, so maybe not the worst idea. If you don't use him here, when are you going to use him? He will ground out to Terry. There it is. Another win for the Squirrels. That's 6 in a row. Final score, Squirrels 5, Pirates 0. A lot of scoring late for us today. Look at a few highlights here. We got 2 Marvin highlights. All right, Marvin is your player of the game. Thank you for watching. You can like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And we'll be, I'm pretty sure, back here again tomorrow, still against the Pirates. If you think the schedule's clumpy, you're not wrong. That's just how this game schedules. I didn't come up with it. The computer made that schedule. So you just got to deal with it. A lot of Pirates and Brewers here, I think, to start the season, and Reds. But anyway, thank you for watching. We'll see you all back here tomorrow.